I stand in the earth, and not just in the place of the heavens, but I am standing upon your earth at this time. This is my earth and the fullness thereof. And my feet have rested upon this earth to show the earth at this time who their creator is. To show the earth at this time what justice and what righteousness looks like. And I stand upon the earth at this time when men have shook their fists and mocked me and pushed me out, so they think. But do you really think that you will be able to push me out of the history that I am writing at this time? And the history that I shall arise and write and declare, that shall bring honor to my Son, and I will glorify my people in my sight. Do you really think that those who are haters of what is good, and they call what is evil good and what is good evil, do you think that this is their day? For there was a moment when the Christ was hanging upon the cross, and one rose up and mocked him. What did the Christ do? Father, forgive them. Why? Because something was about to be resurrected. You have seen the mockery. You have seen what blatant evil looks like. You have seen the agenda of hell working and cooperating with the will of mankind. Do you think that the Christ is silent? Do you think that God has ignored the prayers of those who have prayed and cried out? Yet once again, something shall arise. Something shall be resurrected in the earth, and it'll be known and seen throughout the earth. You say, God, what is it that you speak of? I speak of my honor. I speak of my glory, for there was a moment when Israel stood as Pharaoh and his army pursued. Yet I said to Moses, lift up your rod, go forward, for I will get my honor upon Pharaoh and upon his army. And I did, and I delivered a nation. And I drowned the attempts and the agenda of evil. And so this is what I say to you who are discerning. Yet once again, I will get my honor upon this generation. I will get my honor upon you, United States. I will get my honor upon the nations of the earth, and I will drown the attempts of the enemy to preempt what he desires, and that is to bring the earth into the final conflict and bloodshed, to bring about a globalism of a new order. Yet God says, this is my reset, not theirs. Therefore, pay attention. You have seen men arise as they were promised keepers, yet women shall arise now, and they shall keep the promise that they shall watch over their children. They will watch over their loved ones. They will watch over their homes. And there shall be gatherings among women that you will see arise in the months and the days ahead, that shall cause great fear into the very bowels of hell and those even in the earth. For why are women arising to stand for their children? And why are the men standing so it would seem in the shadow, but yet they are standing as their wives, their mothers, their grandparents, great-grandparents stand and say, we shall stand with God and our children for what is right in this nation. And when you see this happen, says the living God, you will know that there is very closely my honor that is coming once again upon families, marriages, children, homes, schools, universities, your laws, your politics. Yes, even those in the place of the White House and the Congress and the Senate. This will be a sign of what is to come. Where I say there was a day where the wives and the children and the men stood with swords in one hand and a hammer in the other to rebuild the walls. This will be a sign unto this nation that the rebuilding and the resetting, their divine reversals have now been set in place. And I'm bringing great restoration at this time to this country that will be like a domino that will begin to affect other nations. And this I speak as you see it throughout the spring and into the fall. As they stand, a woman being anointed and appointed to drive the stake into the headships of those who think that they can get away with what they have done to the children and the injustice that they have brought forth. Not so. This is why, pay attention, in your politics, I've already anointed, I've already appointed a woman who shall arise. You already see her. You know who she is. And yet, she is hidden in the purpose of who she is and what she will bring to this country. You have seen what a woman looks like who is bent on power, who cooperates with evil spirits like Jezebel. You have seen them in your places of government, but you have never seen what an anointed woman looks like in the place of high power and authority. But you will. You say, oh God, but we have one as vice president. No, you do not. Do not make me laugh. What you have is counterfeit. What I speak of shall be the real, because it shall be given as a gift by your God in your hour that has come now of truth, liberty, and justice, says the living God.